State.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Come back in here to play in. Great blend of ours. We've got Ken, who listens in Lincoln, Nebraska. DD, will talk back in it.
Don't be hating on people who sports the road. Yes, it is a lifestyle. I'm retiring. Well, I'm not a retiring pastor. I'm still a pastor, but I'm about to retire. I'm an avid fly fisherman. I've built several poles. So don't be hating. Good show. Have a blessing.
Thank you. I don't usually think of road guys as also fly fishermen, but that is a bit of an upset. Like you've been like, and I'm also into smoking pot and wearing orgies, smoking pot orgies. That's kind of what I give out for road guy. So I've noticed something, probably because of all the young people walking around trick-treating. This is very unky, which is you're wearing an unk t-shirt. I am. I like an unk t-shirt. So that's a word that the youth uses. But I know something that the kids like 13 to 16, they're wearing Crocs, unironically. Oh yeah, the shoes, Crocs, and their hairstyle is this like poofy in the front thing, like it's like unkempt, kind of like wavy, curly. You know what I'm talking about? This is the hairstyle. My voice. I mean, exactly what you're saying. If you had them come over to the camera, I can tell you, but I can tell you, there are all these kids walking around with the same hair. It's a very unique hairstyle. Yes, and Crocs are, and have been for several years now, insanely popular with young kids, like teenage kids. I thought you were going to say, well, hold on, let's play Renee, and yes, wanted to react to the idea of all this candy being.
If my son had ever dumped a bowl of candy in his bag, I would have busted his ass on the spot. He would have had to apologize as well as do community service work for that neighbor. That's how that goes. Anyone else that would do something different is low class.
Renee, you are someone who is holding a line on civilization, and I appreciate you. Renee is very civilized, Buck. I love that. And yeah, if you happen to see your kid on one of those viral videos, I think you should make a video of the kid apologizing and make him go knock on the door and buy candy, maybe do some yard work to make up for the candy that he took.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton back in mere moments. News, smart weather, and more. This is 680 KFEQ St. Joe.
And all the time we've been endorsing Pure Talk, my wireless company, I can honestly say I've never seen an offer like this from them before. Listen to this: unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data with a 30-gig hotspot for just $29.95 a month for life. This is your tier plan. Normally $65 a month. Now through December 7th, $29.95 a month. You're saving over 50% every month for life. Yes, that's on their crazy fast 5G network. Make the switch today. Dial pound 250, say Clay and Buck for Pure Talk's unlimited plan for just $29.95 a month for life. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team can have you switched in about 10 minutes or less. Keep your phone and your phone number and start saving with unlimited for life for just $29.95 a month. Again, pound 250, say Clay and Buck to switch to my wireless company, Pure Talk.
Taxes and fees not included. Some restrictions apply. See puretalk.com for details. Offer ends 12/7/25.
All right, holiday time is coming. That means it is high crime season, but not all crime should be addressed the same way. We have statistics from the FBI, and that's 2022. Firearms is only necessary less than 1% of the time. Now, the burner launcher covers 99.99% of altercations with the firepower needed to incapacitate any attacker for up to 40 minutes. I carry one myself. I recommend every family concerned about safety and security have one as well. The burner compact launcher is the smallest, less lethal launcher that is concealable anywhere. Now, it may be small and fires powerful kinetic rounds, tear gas, that can stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes with a range of 60 feet, and you can confidently and effectively de-escalate any situation without using lethal force. You don't need a background check. It's legal in all 50 states. It comes straight to your door. Go to buyRNA.com and get the launcher that is right for you and your family.
see. I can say it now, I think. I don't know that I ever said it before. West Haven, you've been there, Buck, one of the greatest neighborhoods, I think, in the entirety of the United States. We, after a decade, are moving, not going to do Halloween there anymore. But Halloween has been phenomenal. Thanks to everybody who has been so great to my family for over a decade of living there. Super sad yesterday when I left. Because you raise your family house, at some point you're going to be in this experience. You got a 6-month-old. We moved into that house. My youngest was in a crib. He now is in 5th grade. So it's just been a tremendous experience there. I would describe where I lived as, generally speaking, a high-trust community where everybody looks after everybody else's kids, and it's a fantastic place to live as a result. And everybody comes around, and mostly with the parents, you take one little piece of candy at a time. But as you see all of these different stories about these ring cameras and everybody coming along and just dumping the entire thing into their bag, I do think this is culture. And when you lose culture, you lose the country. And it might sound small, but I do think it's a metaphor of a low-trust society that unfortunately exists in much of America.
But we're just talking about the circulation of videos all over the country. Remember, these are usually with parents present. That's the part that I think they see bold. So there are parents who are watching their kids. Now let's like work through this process for a second. They're watching their children, maybe, 11, 12, 13. It's really not like young kids that are doing this, not 5-year-olds. It's, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds that are just pillaging the take one piece of candy for yourself. Why is that the rule, or why is that the request? So that other people can get their candy, right? It's very, and also, you see these kids, it's not like they're taking a handful and we're saying, oh, they're only supposed to take one. Okay, a handful's fine. No one's got a problem with that. There are videos with parents watching, okay, the parents of these kids, where they take like the candy bowl and they dump the whole thing.
Yes.
5 pounds of candy. They dump it into their bag and they're kind of laughing and gleeful about this. And then they, hurriedly walk away. And it's just a disgrace. It's disgusting. And, this is one of these things. You see what you see. We're in this era where there's video all over the place and everywhere of everything. And, people, we should bring back shame a little bit in this country. Like, if you're doing this stuff and people know and your neighbors know, like, you should feel ashamed.
I agree.
There should be shame. You should apologize. There's all these, I remember even near me, where there was all the theft going on play, there was a grocery store near me that had the photos of the repeat shoplifters, and there have been efforts to sue them, and how dare you, and you're not allowed to show this. It's like, why are people okay with this?
Yeah.
This should be something that we all are clearly against, and it's just a shame that something that should be as joyful and innocent as Halloween trick-or-treating, there are people who are being really gross about the whole thing. A lot of them. This isn't like one person. There's a lot of this going on.
No, I think totally. And people can say, well, what's the significance, of this? I do think it is representative of low trust in culture. And I talked about in Chicago, dad and daughter going out trick-or-treating. Dad pulls up in a car and instantly